seu canal de lutas.
Hapkido has the purpose of education for the whole man through the sound mind, posture, and life, and it gives us a healthy and long life by controlling our strength through Tanjan Hohap, that it may be so popular as the art of self-defense. Hapkido has been developed with thousands of various skills, and now there are around 5 million people who are practicing it domestically and internationally. Celebrating the 50th anniversary of our liberation, we have first made this text videotape in our country. This is for the beginners and the intermediate course and is made up for all those to learn easily, and that for the advanced will be made sooner and later. This text tape contains our wishing that the leading martial art, Hapkido, spreads worldwide, that the ideology of our national foundation, humanitarianism, may be accomplished on this earth as soon as possible.
단전 호흡.
There is strength in everything on the universe. Though unseen, it fills the universe and becomes the source of existence and activity. The strength of the universe is connected with our life through breathing, and its center is Tanjan, located right under the belly button. Through Tanjan Hohap, we can take the strength of sky and earth and mix it with our strength at Tanjan. And at the appropriate time, we can instantly use the concentrated strength at the specific part of our body that we may have superpower. It is the main way of Tanjan Hohap to practice it with undivided attention to Tanjan. Now we see the each step of Tanjan Hohap. First, take a deep breath and stop. Then have a pose of horse riding.
단전 호흡 앞으로. 단전 호흡 밑으로. 단전 호흡 위로. 단전 호흡 옆으로. 단전 호흡 바로.
Here is the serial motion of the Tanjun Ho-Hup.
권법.
Mankind stands straight and uses his hands freely that he may produce a great progress of civilization. We can use our hands the most simply to attack and defend, and our hands can be the weapon to effectively win the enemy against us. Kwanpub involves the skill used by each part of hands, including elbows. When training for this Kwanpub, we should concentrate our strength of Tanjan on the tip of our hands to use the power at the very moment and become proficient to strike the vital part of the enemy.
권법 1번 중직권 지르기. 2번 절관수 지르기. 3번 장저 지르기. 4번 역수도 치기. 5번 망치 내려치기. 6번 수도 내려치기. 권법 바로. 발차기.
The foot of mankind is slower than fierce animals, but swift to every direction, and it has great power as 3 times as the hand. In particular, the foot is more useful for a long-distance attack because it is longer than the hand. The palchaki of Hapkido has such different types, and we can use them in a very proper time and way. Once we start to kick, we have to attack so quickly and sharply and prepare for the next action with good balance of the body. The following is all the steps of Tunshik palchaki.
1번 뒤꿈치 차올리기. 2번 안다리 차넣기. 3번 찍어차기. 4번 발끝차기. 5번 5번 옆차기 6번 뒤꿈치 차돌리기 7번 뒤꿈치 차내리기 8번 무릎차 올리기 9번 족도 차 밀어넣기 10번 뒤꿈치 하태부 차돌리기
'The next action is pokshik palchaki. That is the skill to attack the two parts of the enemy's body with one foot, or to strike more than two with 2 feet at a time. The original of Hapkido is chesu. It is extremely marvelous that its developed skill is far better than any other martial art. The main skill of palchaki is its speed and exactness. Therefore, you should always practice them with a supposed enemy. Is each step of pokshik palchaki.
한발 복식 1번 발끝 차고 옆차기 2번 옆차기 하단 상단 3번 안다리 차놓고 찍어차기 4번 안다리 차고 바깥다리 차기 '양발 복식 1번 좌우 옆차기 2번 발끝 차고 점프 찍어차기 3번 사방차기 '발끝 차고 찍어차기 돌려차기 상단 돌려차기 하단 양발 벌려 올려차기 두 발 모아 올려차기 낙법
It is necessary to practice the skill of falling to resist the enemy, or to preserve your brain and heart, or to have a speed attack pose. There are different types of nakpub in Hapkido, and they should be properly used instantly.
전방 낙법 후방 낙법 회전 낙법 장거리 회전 낙법. 법진형.
Pubjin-hyung should be used after practicing all the former skills, including Tanjun-hohup, Hwonpub, Palchaki, Nakpub. When practicing this Pubjin-hyung, you should not be partial to any part such as hands, feet, and breath, but only be equal to every course in order to show the whole power of the body. You should start strongly and softly, act accurately, breathe properly for equally balanced strength and power. If you are good at this Pubjin-hyung, you will improve your internal and external strength. And keeping on exercising that, you will finally have complete and excellent skill of Pubjin-hyung. If you are perfectly finished with this Pubjin-hyung, you can proficiently do all kinds of skills so that you may effectively defend yourself against the attack anytime and anywhere. And also, your regular breath changes into Tanjun-hohup, so you're filled with strength to feel confident in everything. Each step of Pubjin-hyung is as follows.
호신술.
In our modern society, with a keen competition and complexity, anyone can face an unexpected danger. Hoshin-sul is to protect ourselves from various kinds of harm or danger outside. This Hoshin-sul must be used at once, destroying the enemy to get out of the danger in a moment. Accordingly, the art of Hoshin-sul should be used with boldness and accuracy and be automatically connected with the next action. And there is an advanced level named Hapkido with which you can take advantage of the opponent's power. It gives us the merit that even both the old and the weak, including women, can protect themselves in safety by learning a few skills of that. The Hoshin-sul of Hapkido has different kinds of skills such as Sunmak Hoshin-sul, Wibak-sul, Yosung Hoshin-sul, Pangwan-sul, Pangjok-sul. And there are more skills for that included. Pangam-sul to control the death weapons, Son-sul to attack first, Yonhang-sul, Hobak-sul, and Mugi-sul with weapons like staffs. And also many other skills like Ian-tu and Samen-tu against many enemies at a time. Those who learn Hapkido should keep in mind its basic attitude that emphasizes not on attack, but on defense. And now you'll see each action of Hoshin-sul against the danger anyone can face in his daily life. If you finish Tanjun Hohup, Kwonpub, Palchaki, Nakpub, Hubjinhyung, you can learn each step of Hoshinsul. It has a great number of skills. Its main skills are Sonmok Hoshinsul, Wibaksul, Pangkwansul, Hangjaksul, Yeonhengsul, Hobaksul, Sansul, Ugasul. And there are more thousands of skills applied by these ones. The next tape will contain all the steps of Hoshinsul that anyone can easily learn, including the beginners, both man and woman, the old and the young.
Acompanhe os maiores guerreiros do mundo dentro e fora do octógono no canal Campeão.